understand that make coaching changes in the offseason. How long do you think it takes to fully implement your system, a coach's new system?
Well, that's an interesting question, Kevin. First of all, I don't think you ever fully implement your system. You're always adding to it. You're always tinkering with it. And for a new coach, what you're really doing is you're learning your team and adjusting your system as you go along to fit your talent.
So with George on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. McAdoo out there with Griffin. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Chris Paul. And it's Harper in at the shooting guard position.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
And he's got his first chance at the line here. A free throw good from Kevin Garnett.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
Now here's Paul. The rebound by Garnett. Pass to Marbury. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Now Garnett. He's guarded by Harper. Garnett is doubled. Over in the corner, Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Towns with the bucket.
Yeah, and at 7 feet tall, Towns is a major threat inside. The defense has to guard him better than that.
Now here's Leonard. For 3. It's rebounded by Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Harper with the steal. Spins over Marbury. Scores off the spin.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now we talked about the unique challenge of Kawhi Leonard. From his perspective, Coach said Kawhi's strength is the issue. We can throw a lot at him, and he'll just fight through it. So intelligence is the key. High IQ defense against a high IQ player. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Here's Marbury. Following the basket by Chris Paul. Marbury passes to Garnett. Shot clock at 6. Serbiak, no luck. Griffin kicks to Paul. Beyond the arc. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, what you like about Paul in the pick and roll, not just excellent timing with the pass, but the placement. It's always where it needs to be for the finish.
Here's Marbury. Coming in off a 10-point game in his last outing. It's good.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defenders.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
And that one misses. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
One shot.
That free throw good from Griffin. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Minnesota trails by 3. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Pass to Paul. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Over Serbiak. Leonard, no luck.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Outside Edwards. Now here's Garnett. Griffin with the steal. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Harper the pass to Griffin. Outside Leonard. Towns with the steal. Here's Garnett. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And it's in there. Harper's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Here's Marbury, defended by Paul. Towns, a screen on Harper. And here's Edwards from the arc. Drills it from outside. And it's all knotted up.
Yeah, I really like when Edwards shows this kind of patience, allowing the play to develop over time.
Paul passes to McAdoo. Back to Paul. Puts up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Paul's got his third basket of the night right there.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Marbury. Over Paul. And it's Marbury missing. Now here's Leonard. Guarded by Serbiak. Kevin Garnett with the steal. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Towns. Pass to Serbiak. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, good luck moving Towns off his spot. He'll fight for every rebound.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Corey Maggette, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Clippers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Outside Harper. Paul, a screen on Edwards. Harper the pass to Griffin. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Here's McAdoo. Softly drops in the floater.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Minnesota trails by 3. Outside, Towns. And it's good, 2 points. Towns has got 6.
Relentless effort from Towns inside, powering through the contact.
Lets a floater go. That one good for 2.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Here's Serbiak. scoreless thus far. Edwards. Great positioning on the putback.
Edwards, a force. Man, that was nasty.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Los Angeles. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
No, you're not going to lose many games shooting the percentage they did. That takes a disciplined effort.
Now, here's Harper. Last time, 14 points for him from 11 feet away. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. He's got 12.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Here's Cassell. His last outing, 16 points for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Even now, Stan in his late 30s, Mike Conley still able to perform at a very high level.
Well, Kevin, his father was a gold medalist in track and field. So even as Mike Jr. has maybe lost a step, he's still able to compete athletically.
That's good from Cassell. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Here's Griffin. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Moghetti brings the double team. Stolen by Moghetti. Up top, Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
It's the Timberwolves now. 4-point game. To the paint. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Free. To the middle.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 15 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
The free throw dropped for Elton Brand. And Elton Brand drops them both.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here's Cassell from outside the arc. It's Butler that time on the assist from Cassell.
Yeah, this is a great play for Butler. He gets all set up and then just calls for the ball.
George passes to Brand. Back to George. Brand sets a screen for George. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Nixon. He's covered by Cassell. And it's Nixon missing. Minnesota shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc.
Well, their approach to shooting was phenomenal. They didn't force many threes, and when they got a good look, they drilled it.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Yeah, Brandon goes about his business in a very quiet way, but he always gets the job done. He never calls attention to himself, never gets flustered. There's a calmness to his game that you have to admire.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Here's Nixon. He has yet to score. Brand, a screen on Cassell. Nixon, the pass to Brand. And stolen by Love. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Cassell. Up and in on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 3. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end. Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to George. Over Butler. Los Angeles with another miss. Minnesota leading by 3. Shot from 16, and it goes down 2 points. Butler's got 5 points so far.
And Jimmy Butler is very comfortable operating in that mid-range area.
The 3 from George. George missing again. They've got a nice little run going here.
Yeah, just making it look easy on the offensive end. Yeah, easy call.
Elton Brand. First personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Sam Cassell. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so Cassell nails both of them.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Brand sets a screen for Odom. Over Gugliotta. Odom's shot, good. And the Timberwolves with possession here, leading by 5. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Brandon. It's a pick by Love. 6 to shoot. Here's Cassell. Nice form on the 20-footer. He has 7.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's George, and it's blocked.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Takes the 13-footer. Elton Brand grabs the board.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Outside for George. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. But Timberwolves on top, up by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
They've got Towns. Jimmy Butler is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Cassell in at the one. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much.
And sometimes Edwards makes defenses feel helpless. Tough shot there.
To the inside. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the baskets from J.J. Redick.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Cassell. 7 points in the game. Outside Butler. The 3. He doesn't hit that one. Los Angeles trails by 5. Redick passes to Nixon. Back to Redick. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Redick's got his second basket of the night.
Gets his shot off with great quickness. Redick knows he has the green light to take those.
Here's Edwards. Towns kicks to Edwards. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Edwards got 9.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Outside, Redick. Here's Manning. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
And Despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
To the lineup for Minnesota, Christian Leitner, Wally Zerbiak, Stephon Marbury.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. There's the lob to Towns. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, nice touch on the lob, and Towns made sure to finish the play.
Los Angeles trails by 8. Pass to Jordan. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here's Marbury. And Jordan sends it back.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And sharp instincts on D there, just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Los Angeles on D. Towns, a screen on Leonard. Here's Zerbiak. Good on the triple. Zerbiak's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, how about the range there from Zerbiak? He doesn't hesitate when pulling from outside.
Nixon, the pass to Leonard. Shot to stop the run. It's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Shot, high post. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Edwards. Edwards going all the way.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for L.A. Pass to Redick. Outside Leonard. Releases. Again, the Clippers.
And we've seen Leonard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
Here's Zerbiak inside. Here's Marbury. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Nixon. Out left to the wing. Manning can't get it to go. Minnesota leading by 13. Edwards inside. Covered by Redick. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
The first free throw is good. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length The guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time. Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Marbury passes to Garnett. Here's Marbury. He's guarded by Harper. Plays it in off the breakaway. Harper's got 4 points in the quarter.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Garnett with the screen for Edwards. The Clippers grab the miss. Maggette outside. Pass to George. Now, here is Maggette. Defense is right there. Lets the three fly. They get it again. Grant kicks to Harper. Maggette right side. The kick out to Harper. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in. Harper's got it back down to within single digits for Los Angeles. Marbury passes to Edwards. Over George. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now here's Edwards. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Portland. That's his 6th miss and 12 field goal attempts. Harper dishes to Maggette.
Minnesota foul. Stephon Marbury. First team foul. Now in the lineup for your Timberwolves. Don Guglielmo. Doug West. Isaiah Ryder. Terrell Brandon.
On defense, Minnesota. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Brand a screen on West. No good from Maggette.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Here's Garnett, and it's blocked by Jordan. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year.
Well, last season, this was a team that prided itself on protecting the rim. They were not an easy group to score on inside.
Here's Guglielmo. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Trying to get something going, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Corey Maggette.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And one more thing they've done well tonight. They've attacked the rim viciously and have gotten a lot of points by just going at the defender.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific story. Here's Garnett after the Clippers pick up 2. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Kevin Garnett. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Kevin Garnett. Los Angeles trails by 11. Now, here's George. Pass to Maggette. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by West. It's Garnett on the wing over Brand. And Garnett with the basket on the assist by West. And that's now 9 points for Kevin Garnett.
Just a knockdown shooter. Garnett so good with the ball in his hand.
Brand with it. Knocked loose. And they're pushing it up. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Harper with the steal. It's 2-on-1. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Saturday and then on Monday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And for that game against Indiana, that one's going to be game number 9 on the year for them. Really starting to get towards the meat of things by then.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
An incredible 6'11" athlete. DeAndre Jordan tries to own the rim on both ends. It's his airspace when he's out there.
Paul's checked in for Corey Maggette. That one misses.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Sprewell. Here's Garnett. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
The height of Garnett's release makes it so hard to cover and opens up options for him offensively.
Paul passes to George. Paul with the screen for George. That 3 off the mark.
Hey, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Pass to Brandon. 1:49 left to play here in the half. Gugliotti, and he jams it with authority.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
From deep, George. He scores for only his 3rd time tonight. Now 3 for 10, taking a climb out of the hole.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
Here's Brandon. Here's Garnett. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Los Angeles. Down by 15. Outside, George. 54 seconds left in the first half. George double team. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Harper from the arc. The rebound by Garnett. Timberwolves leading by 15. Pass to Brandon. Back to Garnett. Over Jordan. And Garnett misses.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
Harper dishes to George. Over Wiggins. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. George has got 9 points.
And got to be confident in that mid-range, and Paul George certainly is.
Pass to Garnett. Great D that time from Jordan. And so that's the end of the first half. Timberwolves lead by 13. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Joined by Doc Rivers. Coach, what did you think of the effort in the first half?
Well, the effort's fine, I guess. Defensively, we got to be better, so that's part of the effort. But they're just scoring too easy. They're throwing us around. They are so much more the physical team right now, so we got to pick up our physicality.
I'm sure that will be discussed thoroughly before the next half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for Los Angeles.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. All right, guys, let's talk about our players of the week for both conferences. For the West, Carmelo Anthony.
Well-deserved award. You look at the numbers, he's doing a little bit of everything out there.
That's what you look for at the small forward position, an all-around impact on the game. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Los Angeles trails by 13. So with George on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Paul out there with Harper. Then it's Griffin. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's McAdoo in at center, locking down the middle.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Here's Marbury. Edwards inside. He's guarded by Harper. Leonard with the steal. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And Leonard is such a tough cover. He's so good at baiting the D into fouling.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
one falls for him.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And a guy any team would love to have. The quiet confidence of Kawhi has worked throughout his career.
And it's sent back by McAdoo. Paul, left side. Throws it up high. And that one is hammered home.
And that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can. Edwards looking it over. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul.
He's built like a linebacker, Edwards is. So tough to stop.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, you can tell this team looks to Anthony Edwards to set the tone on the floor. His intensity becomes their intensity. And let me tell you, his intensity is always high.
And Edwards drops them both.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Now, here's Harper. He's got 10. Towns with the steal. Harper against Garnett. That's to Marbury. Good, it's Garnett with the assist that time. Marbury's got his third basket of the night.
And popping up for the mid-range, Marbury reminding the defense just how good he is.
Back to Griffin. Here's McAdoo. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. 4 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Clippers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Timberwolves leading by 11. Edwards with it. He's got 17. No good on the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's McAdoo, blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. McAdoo's got it back down to single digits for the Clippers. For Minnesota, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Towns with it. He's against McAdoo, the 17-footer. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Garnett. Garnett's got his 3rd assist on the night. Paul kicks to Leonard. Over Serbiak. Again, Los Angeles.
That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
And let's take a look at Karl Anthony Towns' numbers. coming off a terrific season. He was around 14 points a game last year, 13 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Edwards. Good. It's Garnett with the assist that time. And that's now 19 points for Anthony Edwards. Ball outside. To the wing on the left. Here's McAdoo. Minnesota with the rebound. Garnett's got his 5th rebound in this one.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Edwards making a statement.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Paul passes to Hart. And here's Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kevin Garnett, and it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Free throw drops for Leonard. And he can't hit the second.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
Stephon Marbury taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it's Paul with the ball for Los Angeles. It's a 14-point game. Over Marbury. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 14.
And I love how Paul picks his spots on offense, which allows him to get into a rhythm.
Garnett finds Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. Edwards on target. Drills it from way out there.
Well, it's only his 2nd 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
On defense, Minnesota. Pass to George. Here's Manning. Defended by Garnett. Clock at 6. Here's Manning, guarded by Garnett. Manning can't get it to go. Minnesota leading by 15.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has...
Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me? Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Here's Free, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Paul outside. The three from George. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
And George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot player. Measuring the shot before receiving the pass, you can't guard that.
Pass to Ryder. Here's Leitner. Over Manning. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Outside, George. Down low. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by George.
A real monster in the paint. Jordan wasn't to be denied by the tough defense.
Towns, a screen on George. Sprewell, the pass to Towns.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. George, that's a two-pointer. And it's Leitner with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 16. Here's Sprewell. Towns, a screen on George. Ball stolen. Here's Free. Inside. Here's Jordan. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. There's a screen. And it's Marbury missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Free passes to Paul. Pass to Free. To the middle. Fades back. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
In one word, Manning's versatile. I mean, he can knock down perimeter shots like that or operate like an expert on that low block.
Front pass the arc. And it's Marbury missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selection. You have to be set up for success.
Screen by Jordan. Into the lane. Free passes to Jordan. Paul with the three. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass to Marbury. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Los Angeles trails by 14. Right side, George. Manning the pass to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 14 points for the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Marbury. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Substitution on the court.
.158 left to play in the third. Count it. 16 points for Chris Paul.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Higgins outside. Pass to Love. And stolen by Kaman. To the inside. It's deflected. Now Wiggins. Nothing on the board. Cassell gets the bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Here's Manning. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Looks for Paul. Gets it to him. 52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Kaman. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Butler with the bucket down low.
Not many guys with Butler's build have his skill set inside.
Pass to Kaman. Here's Nixon. To the paint. Here's Paul. Can't hit from in close. Minnesota leading by 12. Here's Cassell. 9 points in the game so far. Now Wiggins. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Kaman. Goes up. And it's a great finish! Oh, my. And the double clutch jam wows the crowd. Woo. Pass to Love. Over Kaman. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Minnesota with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Timberwolves shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. We've got Garnett. He's out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Edwards in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Timberwolves leading by 10. Garnett the pass to Zerbiak. Here's Marbury. 3 defending. Outside, Towns. 5 on the clock. Here's Marbury. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Minnesota foul. Stephon Marbury. 3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Here's Reddick. Tries a three off the inbound from beyond the arc and then some. Reddick's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. Reddick against Edwards. Jacks up a three. Marbury, good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Reddick kicks to Brand. Reddick passes to Brand. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Brand. Here's World B free. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Outside Edwards. And here is Serbia. Garnett, the screen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels, possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, and Serbiak loves shooting the ball. All he needs is a little daylight, and he is ready to fire.
Maggette outside. Down low. And finished off by Brand.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Edwards against Reddick. Edwards passes to Marbury. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
And for your Timberwolves, Stephon Marbury, shooting 1.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Free. He takes it in. Kaman inside. Towns on him. Kaman dishes to Maggette. Lets it fly. Rebound, Minnesota. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Towns, no luck. Los Angeles trails by 13. Pass to Maggette. To the right side. Here's Free. Now here's Kaman. Reddick with the three. It's rebounded by Towns. Reddick against Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
Reddick against Edwards. And Reddick kicks to Brand. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Marbury passes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
I like that. Towns attacking the rim with intent.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 17. And Leonard has it in the corner.
Minnesota foul. Wally Zerbiak. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Edwards against Harper. They set the pick to the middle. Here's McAdoo, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Ooh, how about the powerful move there on that slam from McAdoo? Not many are better than him at getting the job done on the interior. He'll always find a way to finish at the rim when he gets a chance.
Pass to Edwards. There's the triple. The Clippers grab the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Leonard. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Chris Paul.
Paul's got 5 assists in the game. Minnesota leading by 13. Outside Edwards. Here's Garnett. Towns a screen on Griffin. Here's Garnett. Clock at 6. Towns finds Garnett.
Bob McAdoo. Third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for 2, Kevin Garnett.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
We got this. Oh, I got shooter. Gotta get it.
Both free throws good from Kevin Garnett. Paul with the ball. Outside Griffin. The putback.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Marbury passes to Zerbiak. Towns down low. He's against McAdoo. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Yes, such a strong player. Even the foul can't throw Towns off completely.
You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you ask, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
Find the lanes. 1 shot.
Well, when your big can contribute from the line like Towns, you gotta like your chances.
Los Angeles trails by 16. Paul passes to Harper. Paul is screen on Edwards. Harper against Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Garnett. Here we go, 1-on-1. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And the athleticism Edwards possesses is incredible. So good at drawing contact on the drive.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line.
And they've been so steady at the line in the second half, gotten a good volume of free throws and converting at a high clip.
McAdoo, the pass to Paul. The second chance effort. Can't capitalize inside. Minnesota leading by 17. Outside Edwards. Looks for Garnett. He gets it to him. The Timberwolves again can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. And McAdoo kicks to Harper. Garnett against Griffin. Outside Leonard, just 5 to shoot. The three goes down the hatch from Kawhi.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Here's Marbury, defended by Paul. Garnett the pass to Zerbiak. Back to Garnett. Shoots over Griffin. PG, that's good. Garnett's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And it's Leonard missing.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Zerbiak. No good on that one. Great D that time from Leonard.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the second half.
Pass to Edwards. Harper with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Paul. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A clever play by Paul. He makes sure to get some contact and draw the foul.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Free throw drops for Paul.
And Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
And so Paul nails both of them. Here's Marbury. Pass to Zerbiak from deep. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here is Harper. Edwards defending. Kawhi puts it down hard.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Zerbiak passes to Marbury. A floater. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Los Angeles trails by 10. There's the lob to the hoop. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He told his players, "I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now." Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 17 points was their biggest margin. Driving the lane. Pass to Marbury, and here is Serbia. Towns a screen on Leonard. Ball's knocked loose. Shot clock at 5, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Clock at 4, and it's Edwards, top of the key. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Edwards got 31.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Puts the move on. A ferocity inside by Leonard.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Griffin dishes to Leonard. Over Serbian. Leonard finagling one in close.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Arnett surveying the defense, and stolen by McAdoo. Here's Leonard. Ooh, Kawhi gets it to go.
Showing no hesitation, and in a huge moment, Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
Here's Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Los Angeles trails by 4. Griffin kicks to Leonard.
Very difficult to just stop Kawhi inside. He's a powerful player who commits to his attacks.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a one-possession game. Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Now here's Leonard. By Serbiak. They get the rebound. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
That championship mentality of Leonard. This is why they go to him in the clutch.
And the basket by Serbia. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
There's 38 seconds left in the game. And here's Leonard from 3. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Harper with the steal. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. It's a 5-point game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harper the pass to Griffin. Leonard inside, headed by Serbiak, and it's Leonard missing, and an intentional foul right there.
At the line for two, Anthony Towns.
Shooting two.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Paul with the 3. And Marbury pulls it down. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. At the line for Minnesota, Stephon Marbury, taking 2 shots.
Shooting two.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. And so Minnesota takes the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. Sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. See you next time.